And on this episode of Killing the Universe before it even started, we have this from Cosmic Book News. James Gunn kicks off DCU by trolling right-wingers. James, I hate to break this to you. The right are the ones that are purchasing the products. The right are the ones that are going to the theaters. The right are the ones that are keeping these things alive. It ain't the left, man. It ain't the left. Now, every now and then, something might squeak away with a little bit of profit, dare I say. But overall, James, the modern audience, they're not the ones buying up the products. They're not the ones keeping these things alive. So right there, if you're deciding to go political with Creature Commandos, something that no one has ever heard of, and of course, to James Gunn's credit, no one knew what the Guardians of the Galaxy were before the movie came out. First one, fantastic. One of my favorite Marvel movies of all time. Second one, terrible movie. Third one, couldn't stand it. Yes, the third one, that made a ton of money. It wasn't good. It made a ton of money because every single trailer made it seem like they were all going to die. And this was the last time we were ever going to see the Guardians of the Galaxy again. But even funnier than that, they all lived, and now they have more members to the group. And now you have, potentially 3-4 different spin-off movies and shows you can make, and obviously they're going to get back together in the end. So you lied to people. That's how you made the money. Was the movie good? No. The villain was good. Oh, I think the villain was fantastic. But back to Creature Commandos, again, a group that no one in the DC, no one's ever heard of these people. And James Gunn thinks he could turn shit into shinola because he had a few wins throughout his career. But you know what, honestly, I don't think the guy's that great. Let's get a few quotes from this article right here. Apparently, I haven't watched it yet, though, because I don't give a shit about it, but I'll review it for you guys. But it says here, so what happens in the first 2 minutes of the first episode is that Amanda Waller and Rick Flag Sr. are at Belle Rev watching the news on TV. It is reported about how the Sons of Themyscira, the Wonder Woman place that's all female, they're apparently having an invasion and a riot. It says the Sons are shown rioting with guns and etc. Then a blonde dude who looks like a beach bum is interviewed, and he says, I mean seriously, Themyscira is like the sickest place ever. And then they tell me, oh dude, only women could live there? Chuckles, what? They're so sexist, bro. A human being wrote that line. An adult wrote that line. James, first 2 minutes of your show, you've already lost me. It goes on to say that another person's interviewed, and he says, word is they have the most incredible waterfalls. I have this question for all the woke feminists out there. Why do only girls get such cool waterfalls? All over the world, our rights as men are being denigrated. James, I need you to understand something. You ain't that great, man. I've said this before in another video. I think James Gunn is the absolute last hope for WB. If his DC universe does not take off, and I'm not saying it's got to make, $1 million of profit, it's got to be huge. If Superman Legacy is not the biggest movie of the year, the most profitable movie of the year, you're done. So this isn't a good start. Then it goes on to say that Amanda Waller turns on the TV and Rick Flag Sr. says, what a bunch of clowns. Amanda Waller adds, dangerous clowns. And the author of the article then says, I certainly hope this isn't what Gunn's DCU is going to be all about. His revenge on right-wingers using the DC characters. It's so unnecessary and people are so over this bullshit. Grow the fuck up. I couldn't agree more. Apparently James Gunn has a vendetta against right-wingers because he said that they got him fired at Disney. I have no idea any of that. But if you've seen James Gunn's tweets, if that's what got him fired, James, you got yourself fired. I'll post the pictures up here, but they are outrageous, and I cannot imagine why anyone would ever press send with something like that. What What benefit do you get by saying these things, James? Unbelievable. So, DC Universe, it's off to a terrible start. That's your first episode of Creature Commandos. First of all, again, a group that no one's ever heard of and no one's ever cared about. No one in the history of forever has ever said, wow, the Creature Commandos, I cannot wait for this one. James Gunn, this is the first thing you're popping out of the gate with your DC Universe. And in the first 2 minutes, you've already lost me. You've already lost me. And it's funny, it's one of those things that, of course, people online are going to defend it and say, well, it wasn't made for you, and if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. We've heard this song and dance before. We are single-handedly taking down company after company at this rate. And all we're doing, we're just not watching it. It's one of the most hysterical revolutions of all time of people taking it to the mainstream media and all these big Hollywood groups. All we're doing is just not watching your stuff, and they're all being destroyed right now. They're all so desperate, and right now you're seeing all these places pivot. They're saying, no, we have to stay away from politics. We have to go away with these agendas. Look at all these car companies are getting rid of their DEI things and pride flags. Like, why? I think Toyota was one of them. It's like, Toyota, you sell cars. Why do you have all this pride shit going on? It's amazing that all these companies at the same time banked on this. They all thought, yes, we're gonna pander to this group, and they're gonna make us billions of dollars. And the exact opposite happened. You banked on the wrong group, James. You banked on the wrong group. I think this might be one of the most immature guys in Hollywood that is only surviving because he popped out, dare I say, a few winners at the right time. A few winners to this guy's name. And somehow they're just giving him boatloads of money and just saying, you know what? You're in control of DC, James. We trust you. Imagine if you're WB and you see this first episode and you see the first 2 minutes of it. And then you look over to your left and you see Black Snape in the Harry Potter show. It's like you just put your head on the desk and say, just please let it end. So to put a bow on this video, James, you've already lost. But in the end, what do you guys think about that? You call